Hey, Jamie Stenhouse here, currently in Adelaide. And I just finished a long working Friday, and I want to talk about how to remove blocks and live more what I like to call the optimized life. Alright, so first I'll begin by defining what I like to call the optimized life. And that is pretty much trying to remove any blocks and really speed up your progression either as a person or as an entrepreneur. So I'm sure as you're well aware that when you go out to really achieve anything, or you want to change yourself, or you want to grow your company, pretty much any form of progression, you're going to come up against a lot of internal resistance and a lot of external resistance as well. And these can be summed up as just blocks. So what I always try to do in terms of trying to live a optimized life is I try to obviously speed up my progression as much as possible, and that requires me to remove as many blocks or as many speed bumps as I can, so I can just glide through and get as much achieved as possible in the shortest time frame as possible, because I've got a lot I want to do, as I'm sure you do too. So when you begin to live the optimized life, things just happen quicker and easier, and it allows you just to evolve a lot more as a person at a much higher rate. So I'll give you a few examples of this. And what you're looking for in terms of trying to live a optimized life, or trying to optimize your life a lot more, is removing any chokeholds or any blocks that might be slowing you down. So the prime one, when I first began to uncover this, was when I was about, I think, a year or maybe 2 years into my training at the gym. And I was training at Brighton Fitness, which is a phenomenal, very old school, very raw gym. And what happened is that they would close at 9 p.m. Now, while that's great for you normal people, unfortunately for me, I didn't finish my working evenings until 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or sometimes even 4 a.m. So that put a lot of pressure on me to try to finish up my working evenings before 9 p.m. and try to get to the gym. Now, I'm sure as you're well aware that whenever you try to do something creative, or you're trying to grow a company, or you're trying to improve yourself, if you have to complete it every day by a certain time, then the outcome isn't overly good. So here I was every day trying to work like a maniac, rushing through things, causing mistakes, causing problems for my clients and myself, all trying to finish by 8 p.m. to get to the gym before it closed. And this went on for months and months and months. And I was stressed, I was way overworked, I was underslept, and the outcome of my work was very average, because I was trying to get it complete as quickly as I can rather than focusing on quality and mastering my craft. So what I did, which I think you know the answer to, is I switched to a 24-hour gym. And that change alone optimized my life so that then I could use my time a lot easier. And that one change, instantly, the very next evening, I was not stressed. I had more time to work. I could take my time because I knew that the gym was open when I needed it to be. It was open 24/7 all night. So there was no more pressure for me to get to the gym by a certain time. So what I did in that scenario, and what you guys should be doing, is looking for the chokeholds or the blocks that, if you correct upstream, will have a massive effect downstream, right? So if I move to a 24-hour gym, I then have more time to work during the day because I'm not pressured to complete by a certain time. I'm not as stressed every day. My work output is a lot better. My clients can get a hold of me whenever they want, right? So that one change affected multiple areas of my life all at once. Another prime example as well is in terms of cooking and eating, which sounds a little bit odd, but I like to optimize as much as I can. So one thing that takes a lot of time for people is cooking and cleaning, right? But we have to do it, we have to eat as humans, and that's unfortunate. So what I began doing is ordering meals online, pre-cooked. They're very good meals, and that allowed me to remove 2 or 3 hours from at least every week, if not every evening, from cooking, cleaning, and all of that. So now I don't have to cook, I don't have to, really sit down to eat, I don't have to clean up, I don't have to go to the shops. That removed maybe 3 or 4 hours, if not more than that, per week that I can now use to progress more. So I'm removing the blocks upstream so I can move quicker downstream with everything else. So now I don't have to think about the food. I don't have to go to the shops every week. The food comes to me delivered, pre-cooked, ready to go, and it's healthy. It's actually really lean food. So now I'm aligned with my health goals as well, and that's removing the blocks upstream that affect everything downstream. Another great example as well, which I think a lot of creative entrepreneurs can agree with, is that the feeling when they get a new computer or a new laptop, life is just a lot easier. They're able to email more, work longer, their charge on their laptop goes for longer, right? And that one change upstream affects everything, affects their productivity, their income, what jobs they can take on, how long they can work without a charger. So you're really looking at trying to remove the blocks upstream that will have massive effects downstream. And usually these are quite drastic changes in some cases. So for me, it was changing gym and leaving the sort of employees that I had grown a connection with, and that's fine, but I had to re-optimize my life. Another great example is changing the way that I eat, ensuring that I have pre-cooked meals that remove the decision for me, that make my whole life easier and that come to me. So I'm not out there driving, I'm not out there cooking as much, and I'm not out there cleaning, so it's more optimized and it frees up my time so I can move quicker and quicker. So those are a few examples in terms of living the optimized life and how to remove blocks. So what you want to do is look for the things upstream that if you were to change that problem, that would have a dramatic effect downstream in your everyday life, and we'll just help you to speed up. We'll give you more time, we'll remove more of the speed bumps, and just allow you to glide through life a lot easier as you progress to become the best version of yourself. So yeah, go out there and begin looking for those blocks that are slowing you down. And if you have any good optimization tips for your life, for example, what I also do is I listen to audiobooks in the shower, right? I listen to audiobooks as I'm at the gym, as I'm going to the office just down there. So that is another example of optimizing, trying to speed things up, trying to do 2 or 3 things at once, or trying to collapse tasks down into a single task that will make your life easier. So if you have any good optimization tips, I would love to hear them, but that's it from me for now. So go out there and begin moving towards a more optimized life.